Self-discovery begins with auspiciousness. We have understood there are 9 steps, but even before that, we should understand that the journey of the self-discovery and awakening is all about 360-degree understanding. So then only we can find out that multi-dimensional consciousness, then it is not limited. So we have already done the 360-degree understanding. Then we understanding desire versus self-fulfillment. We have to go for it again and again, because the whole entire day, the moment we wake up in the morning, mind is already filled with desires of all kinds. So once the desires of all kinds, I have to categorize them, understanding the 4 groups of desires. That is what we have done. Then ultimate harmony. If we are living a house, family life, professional life, social life, we need to bring a harmony of the 3 desires that pulls the mind outside, and the 4th desire that moves the mind inside. So we have to strike some kind of a harmony. Whatever the situation, conditions in our life is, it doesn't make any difference. Anyone can do it. Now, you can live with $1,000 or you can live with $10,000, but striking the harmony is very important in order to reach to the highest state of the consciousness. So then the next question comes that can liberation or awakening be attained or realized if we do not balance the other 3? Yes and no. So yes, in a case that you have dedicated completely, you have left your personal, professional, social life, you are dedicated to the study and the learning, almost you got initiation into a monkhood, and then your job is to, you wake up in the morning, you devote a couple of hours in meditation, then you go to the teacher, you study, you contemplate and reflect throughout the day. So in these monasteries, there is a system that minimum you get 3 meals. Now the tea and coffee is also allowed there. But your entire time in the waking hours is devoted to the study. You are not worried about the food. You get 2 or 3 pairs of clothes. No, because if I have lot of desires, you cannot practice meditation for hours together. You cannot contemplate because of our innate nature since our birth. And then obviously we have to make an effort while living a personal, professional and social life. That is what we are learning. Then we should be clear that why it is only for the human being, not for other living species, awakening. We are eligible for awakening. We are eligible for realization, not other living species, because of level of self-awareness, because of the intellect. So once we have grouped all the desires, we have struck the harmony, then we have 4 basic problems of the human mind which prevents the self-realization. Doubt regarding the validity of the teaching, and that is what we are trying to understand and how to remove those doubts by understanding. Second problem is the doubt regarding the object to be realized. What is the object? Object is the real self. I haven't seen the real self. I have studied the books and I know, but I have not seen it. So what is the way to see it? What is the way to understand it? What is the way to awaken to it? And then we have another challenge is the distraction. Mind is distracted in lot of other stuff, in the objects. And the fourth problem is the ignorance. Ignorance simply means I do not know. So what should we do? Let me know it. I do not understand. Let me understand it. You see how the process of the entire Eastern wisdom goes. So first, I do not know, let me know it. I do not understand, let me understand it. And I do not experience it, so let me practice. You see the systematic approach. So now, once we have these basics clear in our life, we need to contemplate every day. What are the challenges that we have? So once mind is very clear that I have to get rid of these four challenges, and before that, I have to strike a harmony in my life so that I have enough time to contemplate and reflect. Simple. And then comes the 9 point or 9 steps of the practices. We have to set the context in a simple way. And in Eastern wisdom, that is known as Mangalacharan, invoking an auspiciousness, invoking the purity of the mind and heart. That is what the setting the context, setting intention for the study. That is also, you can say, that is done by prayer, that is done by contemplation, that is done by a lot of practices that we are going to do it. So once we clearly understand this, setting the context, then we have to structure the inquiry, the self-inquiry like any research protocol. I've been the team member and I did a lot of research, modern research study. So I can understand you have to set the protocol, you have to set the variable, and based on that, you have to observe the data, and then you have to apply the statistics, and you have to come to a conclusion. That is what the research study, modern research study is there. So here also, in a different way, you set the entire protocol. That is what you structure the inquiry. So once you structure the inquiry, you find a lot of challenges. Oh, a lot of challenges. So how to go about these inquiry? So then we have to prepare ourselves to become a researcher, to become a seeker. So this is how it works. Now I have to become a seeker. So then we have four basic groups of practices. What is known as the discernment. Instead of judgmental, I have to apply the discernment. Instead of getting carried away by the lot of desires and lot of we get trapped by the pleasure-seeking mind. So for that, we have the third group. So I have to calm down the mind. So mind should remain in calm and peace, 24/7. So there are a lot of steps and practices. So that is, we prepare the mind. So I become a seeker, it means I have to prepare the mind. And then, yes, I have prepared the mind, but the mind is still not purified. But why the mind becomes impure? The mind becomes impure because of the action. Action. So how the action is done? By the thought, speech, and physical action. So I have to purify the mind by the action alone, by the thought, by the speech, by the action. I have a hatred against someone, and my physical expression and the mind inside changes. So I have to take an action accordingly to get rid of it. For one example, we will go in detail about the karma yoga is the fourth one. So now once we started doing the karma yoga, mind is going to expand. So we have to redirect our emotions. Otherwise these emotions will go into the world and cause emotional dependence and lot of challenges pertaining to the body, the mind, and the relationship. I have to get rid of that. So you see how the entire journey goes. And then comes the real learning. What is the real learning? We have started already. I do not know. Let me know it. We are learning. I do not understand. Let me understand it. I do not experience, so let me practice it. So, because these first 5 steps have made the mind clear, now you listen to it, it goes very deep into it, you have a clear understanding, and that clear understanding motivates you, inspires you to go for these practices, and you will be able to find the time. There is no issue. That your mind changes. There is a total reorientation of the mind. You can find the practice even in a mall. That is the beauty. So, but to reach to that state, I have to cross the 6 steps. And then what happens? Now, mind is withdrawn inside. You are in a mall and you realize, oh, I am into this state of meditation now. Or I have these challenges. Or you are talking to someone. Or you wake up in the morning, your mind is upset and you know how to get rid of it and how to slip the mind to another state. Everything is happening now. It is an internal journey. So we pass through over 7 or 8 stages of meditation. We will understand that. So then what happens? In the 8th step, you have a sense, you experience the sense of freedom. You don't see yourself the way you see it now. There is an expansion of consciousness. So you have a sense of freedom inside. You experience that. And the 9th step, so once you have that sense of freedom, your mind automatically changes its behavior, its responses in your life. So these are, I just categorized, many masters categorize them into 20 steps. So I made it 9 steps. Today we will just understand Mangalacharan, the setting the context. Mangalacharan means invocation. I have just made it very clear. So Mangalacharan. So there are many ways to understand the Mangalacharan. You see, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now see, if I literally translate this verse, it means the Guru of Brahma, Guru of Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwarah. So Guru is the Brahma, means the Guru is the creator, Guru is the sustainer, the operator, and the Guru is the destroyer. Guru is the creator. Creator means it creates in the mind those thoughts by which I can continue the journey of the self-discovery. It operates. Guru operates. So we will understand the meaning of the Guru. Hold on. So normally if I say, oh, Guru is the creator, how the human Guru can be the creator? So we have a doubt. So here, that's why I'm explaining it. That is the essence of it. So Guru is the operator, so that knowledge operates in my mind. I have to reach to that state where that knowledge operates 24/7 in my mind. Her mind is operating with the stress and anxiety, so those steps needs to be dissolved. And then Guru is the destroyer of ignorance, destroyer of emotional dependence, destroyer of stress mind, destroyer of anxiety mind. And then what happens? Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. that Guru is the real self, is realized. So we start our day. That is one way to do the Mangalacharana. There are many verses, many verses. That is the first group. Second group is that we have been doing it. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhaga bhaved. We have already understand the meaning. So we set the context. You see that we are setting the context in our mind. The mind does not have this context when it wakes up in the morning. Oh, it moves outside. It is constantly, oh, I cannot attend the session today. Those thoughts comes into our mind. So that is another way to do the Mangalacharan. And the third way, Namaste. But Namaste, it should be with a conscious thought process. Namaste. I am not, only you are. So why I say Namaste? One meaning of the Namaste, I am not. Namaha, I am not. Te means you. So I have an inner conscious thought associated with the feeling that I am not. What is this I am not? That ego is not. That ego prompts me to get engaged in the world outside. So you see there are three meanings of the Mangalacharan. So let us understand little deeper. It is one of the most important. People forget it. Oh, okay, it's okay. Guru Brahma. Let us understand this Guru Brahma in a different way. So Mangalacharan or Mangalacharan, I told Mangal means auspicious, Charan means behavior. So my mind moves with that state of the auspiciousness when 24/7. If it is not happening 24/7, why to have 24/7? I introduce a conducive environment deep inside my mind for learning and self-discovery by aligning my mind and energy with a higher purpose. That is what we normally do if I have to become a millionaire. Sam tried for 100 jobs, but at last he got one job. So that is how. Now let us go a little deeper. I told you, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Par. So it's a symbolic, the Guru is, I have kept my picture of my Guru is there. So, but that symbol should bring a level of awareness in my mind. So I told you, Guru is the creator, Guru is the preserver, Guru is the destroyer. Guru is the absolute Lord, means absolute real self. Salutations to that Guru. Now understand little deeper. One more meaning. Guru means the dispeller of darkness. Gu means ignorance. Ru means knowledge. But because the mind wants a reference point, so a symbolic representation is the human representative, Guru. That is what is required. Well, same thing, we have a symbolic representation in almost in every activity of our life. So Guru here, Gu means ignorance, Ru means the knowledge. So here, I think consciously, okay, I have to remove this ignorance. Brahma, the creator, personification of creating quality that is required for the journey of self-discovery. You see, that is the real meaning. That is why if you read the text and if you read simply the translation, You don't get it. You don't get it. Simple translation doesn't work. So then the Guru is the Vishnu. Vishnu means the preserver, personification of preserving those qualities and the traits will help me to realize the real self. And Maheshwara, the destroyer, it should destroy all the negative qualities in me. And it takes time. That is one way to understand it. Let us go a little deeper into it. And you have to remember this consciously. You have to think like this. External guru, human, a representative of the real self. So that is how we understand that outer human guru is the representative of the real self, gives push to the mind to turn inward. That is his job. External guru. So there are guru now, it has two aspects. External guru, internal guru. So what is the internal guru? Internal guru pulls the mind towards the real self. External guru push the mind by talk, by explaining the principles, by practice. And internal guru pulls the mind towards the real self. So push and pull. So when it pulls the mind towards the real self, it helps in purifying and quitting the mind. That is known as the grace of the Guru. But if you are not emotionally associated with the knowledge and the teacher, it will not work. And that is why it is not working. Why? Because my ego comes in between. So how you find the Guru? How you find the Guru? Follow the real self. So previous steps, before the 9 steps, if you follow that, by studying, by going to any teacher, by understanding those texts, you reach to a point that your mind follows the real self and you will find the Guru. If our mind follows the journey of self-discovery, seeker's mind is inspired, motivated. It changes the mind, and ultimately we'll end up with the master. That is I'm just explaining the one verse. Seeker feels that there are 2 bodies. So in the beginning, seeker feels that there are 2 bodies. Here is a teacher and here is I am. But the Guru perceives the seeker beyond the bodies and works from within. That is the meaning of pulling. He has undergone all those processes and practices. He understands it. He understands the mind. He reads the mind of a seeker. He understands it. So Guru helps the seeker to see the errors of his ways and guides him on the right path. You see the errors, the problem in the mind, the doubts in the mind. So what a seeker needs to do: commitment, sincerity, constant learning. That is the meaning of this. What a seeker has to do, he has to follow the teachings of a teacher who teaches from the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. I'm making it very clear. No teacher, if any teacher teaches on his or her own, they are rejected in the Eastern wisdom. I have to stick to the teachings of the masters. I have to stick to the teachings of these texts. I had a wonderful doctor who teaches in some medical college in Phoenix. So she has been with me for 2 years. And then one day she questioned me that why you are teaching from the text. Why you are teaching medical science from the text? You're a professor. Oh, that's a different thing. But I'm just talking about awareness, Oh, we should enter into that awareness. So you're deviated from the path. No, no, I'm not going to learn from you. I said, okay, I'm okay. But I will stick to the text. I will stick to the knowledge. You see, a slight doubt without understanding puts you into the ignorance. So, Guru is both within and without. He creates conditions to drive the seeker inward and at the same time prepares inside to drag the seeker to the center. Push and pull. Push and pull. That is the role of a teacher. So that is why why you respect, why you adore. Because I want the push and pull. Nothing less than that, nothing more than that. So many people create a cult around a guru. That is wrong. Many people, they do not want to change. They are simply seeking the blessing. Internally, they have a full of hatred. And when they want to meet their selfish end, they say, oh, you have a power, you can change me. They suffer a lot. Are you clear? I'm just talking one aspect of the Mangalacharya. Be very clear. Push and the pull. He gives the push from without and expects a pull from within. That is the one essence of this journey, the first step of the Mangalacharya. You'll be surprised that for introducing this Mangalacharya and for the practice of the Mangalacharya, we have thousands of verses. Every master has written one or different verses to point the seeker. Understand this if you do not understand. Let us see another verse. Ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri guruve nama. I salute, I do namaste to that guru. Which guru? Now see the meaning. A guru can save us by passing on the knowledge from the pangs of ignorance, by applying to us the balm of knowledge or awareness of the real self. You look at the symbolic meaning. That is why I offer my salutations to the Guru. Namaste. Mind is somewhere else and you're doing namaste. It will not work. Think. Look at the understanding of the meaning. A guru can save us from the pangs of ignorance by applying us the balm of knowledge. I'm just ajnanatimirandhasya. Balm of knowledge or awareness of the real. That is why we salute the Master. First thing, I wake up in the morning and first thing I seldom forget, oh, my Master. You make it personal. You make it personal. So when you make it personal, your mind starts working in the same way, the push and pull. Akhandamandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. These are the verses on the Guru. My salutations to that Guru. I have already made it clear. Guru, ignorance to wisdom, who revealed to me the real self, which is unfragmented, infinite, timeless, which pervades the entire universe. That is why I am saluting. So what happens, by these verses, if you contemplate and reflect, your mind is naturally focused. Mind is naturally focused. The seeker consciously directs their attention towards the very nature and the quality of the real self. Or you can say it is an act of intentional focus, helps to quieten the distractions of the mind and brings a sense of presence and clarity. That is the first step. Cultivating reverence and humility that opposes our ego. Ego is the cause of lot of challenges in our life. We will talk later. So that is another way the Mangalacharan helps. It cultivates a kind of reverence in the mind and the humility. That is, a seeker acknowledges the vast wisdom and the guidance available through these resources. Mind becomes more and more receptive. Well, we are setting the context. That is the first step. So we can chant it, repeat it daily, and then we contemplate and reflect for a few minutes every day. That changes, aligns with the higher purpose. Another benefit of the Mangalacharan, it aligns with the higher purpose. What is the higher purpose? The ultimate goal of our life is the awakening. So what happens there? It helps to transcend the ego-driven motivations, and it connects the seeker to a sense of universal oneness and the ultimate goal of you. Mangalacharan is very important. Everywhere, every master in their books, the first verse of the sutra is all about Mangalacharan. Another benefit, when you understand it, when the knowledge passes on to your mind, the mind is pulled inside. When the mind is pulled inside, it changes your energy pattern around you. There are a lot of people you have heard, oh no, he has a negative energy, he has a positive energy. It purifies the energy. Because you are chanting, you are repeating in your mind, you have a purifying effect, and the seeker's energy and the aura changes. That is a very primary practice. Normally we talk about your aura is good and bad. No. A very primary practice, you changes that aura. By engaging in these practices, you clears any negative or stagnant energy and creates a vibrant and harmonious inner environment for learning and the growth. Another benefit, it invokes grace and the support. Because now mind becomes receptive enough, you are listening to the teacher, you are listening to the knowledge, and it goes very deep inside. So that is known as the act of surrender and the trust. You simply say, may the existence guide me towards the real self. May the existence remove my emotional dependence. And you constantly repeat it. There are many verses like this. We will talk about it. So Mangalacharan aligns the mind, cultivates your reverence. What is cultivating reverence means that my mind is going against the ego. It opposes the ego. Can it happen in a day? No, we have to do it regularly, every day. It sets the higher intention. Can it happen in a day? No. Mind is filled with trillions of impressions. You love your honey, and the honey says something and your mind reacts. I have to change that so that the mind continues to move into that state of the humility and the reverence. For that, I need to practice it daily. And that purifies the energy. It invokes the grace. It creates this, what we say normally, you can use the word. It creates a sacred and conducive environment for spiritual learning and self-discovery. We have to set the context. If you do not set the context, forget about it. And that is, if this is missing and you are doing 5 hours of meditation, it will not work. It will not work. Consistent, regular practice. And how much time it takes? Hardly 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And what happens the moment you have any negative emotions and you do the Mangalacharan, it changes you. You have to reach to that state. I told you, Mangalacharan is a Sanskrit word which means auspicious invocation, or you can say auspicious beginning, or you can say invoking auspiciousness in order to change my behavior. To change my behavior, I should set the attitude in the mind. How to change that? What is the attitude? Attitude, it means a conscious thinking associated with emotion. Does it make it clear? Does it make a sense? Don't move unconsciously, habitually, instinctively. Hi, my mind is already filled with the rays and anxiety. How? Let me. No, this will not work. Auspicious behavior. Behavior means outer expression. So outer expression comes from the attitude inside. Attitude has 2 components, a conscious thinking associated with an emotion. Where is conscious thinking? Let everyone be happy, for example. See that? See? So I'm looking at honey and mentally I'm saying, let everyone be happy. Are you going to fight with him or her? Will you create any wrong intention? No. Well, it may happen in the beginning, but gradually, mind says no. Mind moves in a smoothly. That is the meaning of positive intention. I'm explaining each and every word, so be very clear. That is the meaning of positive intention. Again, I'm repeating, auspicious behavior. Just translate, auspicious behavior. Behavior is an outer expression. Outer expression has an intent inside, and that intent is guided by an attitude. Attitude has 2 components, a conscious thinking associated with emotion. Let you be happy. Let everyone be happy, for example. You have a reaction and you say, let everyone be happy. Again, now that reaction pacifies a little bit, and you stress your mind. No, let you be happy. Let you be happy. Can you make, can I make anyone happy by reacting? So what is happening? Inside the reaction is pacified. And then I learned for the first time it is possible. By changing the attitude, I can change my reaction. I can change my behavior. This is just the beginning, how it helps you in your personal, professional, and family life. But gradually, our goal is to we set the context of the self-discovery. So when you set the context of the self-discovery, what you have done, you have created a sacred space. That is known as sacred space. Be very clear. Each word that is used in our Eastern wisdom, I created a sacred space by lighting a candle in anger. Will that work? Normally we create a lot of stuff, from outside. It is not required. But if the mind is not changing by the Mangalacharan, then it is required. That's a primary level, basic level, kindergarten level. That you should have a candle, you should have a good fragrance, you should have, etc., a long list of outer objects. But how long you will continue with those outer objects until you have not changed your mind? It will not work. I believe you are getting it. I'm just going deeper and deeper. Mangalacharan serves as a reminder of the seeker's ultimate goal to realize the true nature. It's a reminder to me. Every day I perform it, and it is a reminder. It is a reminder. That is brief about Mangalacharan. Even when you do Namaste, conscious thought, I am not, only you. So when only you, I move into reverence and the humility. Teacher also does it. But teacher does it mentally because of a lot of practices. Even you don't perform this namaste physically, but internally you can do it. And that changes. That set the context. I'm still using the same word so that you can easily understand. It sets the context of the journey of the self-discovery. Yeah, you are attending the session, and internally your mind is already distracted. You are reacting mentally. It is a lot of distraction is there. So half of the knowledge you receive and the rest, that half of the knowledge is twisted by your reactive mind. She is wonderful. She is very intelligent. I told you that, she told me that I'm grieving for the death of Queen Elizabeth for about a week. The same woman. So she twisted the meaning of being unselfish. She said, is the unselfish means that there is no self at all. This is what happens. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guruhu Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Just repeating the verse does not make any change in our life. I have seen even my lot of people going to of my master. They are just repeating it, getting emotional about it, not in a right way. So now say that Guru, ignorance to wisdom, ignorance to knowledge. Are you aware that you don't know your real self now? That is ignorance. Guru Brahma. Now we say Guru is the creator. First thing to understand, it's a movement from ignorance to knowledge or wisdom. Then we understand that the Guru is three things. Guru is creator, Guru is preserver, and Guru is the destroyer. And Guru is the real self. The four things. And that is why there is a salutation to the Guru. Salutation means Namaste. Namaste means I am not. What is this not? Ego is not. You're reflecting on this. You're thinking. That may become the meditation. Oh, I am not. And there the mind pushes with a greater force. How dare you know what I have to do if I'm not? My prestige, my recognition, my richness, my self-image. I have to get rid of this before we search the real self. Not possible if we cannot get rid of it. So again we contemplate and reflect. What is this? Conscious thought associated with an emotion. So I'm bringing a change in the attitude. That will reflect in my behavior. And that is what the Mangalacharan is. Oh, pay attention. You have to listen to it again and again until you digest and assimilate completely. So Guru, dispeller of darkness. Gu, darkness, ignorance. And Ru means remover. Guru is the Brahma, the creator, personification of creating the necessary traits required for self-discovery. What are those traits? Am I able to maintain sensation, comfort, and steadiness now? For example, at this moment, do I experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness? You see, I have changed the meaning of being comfortable with reference to Brahma. The Guru is the creator. Now Guru is the preserver, personification of preserving the quality. Am I calm? Am I aware? Am I distracted? Maheshwara, Guru is the destroyer, personification of destroying the quality. Destroying. What to destroy? Distraction. What to destroy? Discomfort. What it means by the destroying? So you continue to move with the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. No more distraction is there. In that moment, the mind is already within. So what happens? The fourth word that is used, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Guru is the pure consciousness. That is why I do Namaste. Namaste, reverence. If I don't think consciously associated with the emotion, It will not work. Then I explained you the external guru, a representative of the real self. It means you are paying attention to the guru outside. Why you have to pay attention? Because push the mind to turn inward. Push. So that is why I have to pay attention to the words of a teacher coming from outside. And what about the internal guru? Pulls the mind towards the real self, means inside. Normally I used to discuss about the meditation is moving within, living within, awakening within. Only three words. Moving within. Am I aware the mind is moving within? It means pull. It pulls the mind towards inside. Pulling the mind inside is purifying and quitting the mind. That is the grace of Guru, but it will happen only in the reverence and the humility. It will only happen if you destroy that ego-related thoughts, feelings, emotions, habits. But how to recognize it? If you have a reaction, if you have distraction, if you have anxiety at this moment, if you have a discomfort, comes out of the ego. Very little subtle understanding. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namaste to that Guru. Namaste to that Guru. You know, that Guru. That Guru cannot be physical. But yes, a representative outside is helping you to go deeper. Oh, I didn't find any Guru. Continue doing it. Continue doing Mangalacharana. Need not to worry about it. Now just reflect on it. Another way that I explained to you the difference between the Guru and the Seeker. Salutation means we are essentially one. Your mind doesn't look at the physical level, it looks deeper within. The way the Guru perceives the Seeker beyond the body, name, and the form. Can I see beyond the name and the form? Guru is both within and without. He gives the push from without and expects a pull from within. Expectation of a Guru is that you are living within. You are looking within, that is also living within. That is the way this entire journey of the Eastern wisdom really begins its journey by Mangalacharan. Now see that. Now you can keep looking at the breath, no issue, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath, and you keep looking at the breath, and but your attitude should be Mangalacharan. Now, what is the 360-degree understanding? Are you aware of the surrounding? You are aware of the space outside the body? Yes. Are you aware of sensation, comfort, and steadiness in the body? Yes. Are you aware of the breath? Yes. And behind the awareness of the breath, there is a conscious, I may say conscious thinking is there, of Mangalacharan. too. Thoughts takes your mind away and you simply drop that distraction. How you drop that distraction? By conscious thinking associated with an emotion. No, I have to look inside. That is the journey. Thought has come, very good, to point out, to make me aware that this is not the way. It demands an extraordinary awareness, first to understand, then to reflect, then to be into that state of practice. Anytime, anywhere it can be done. The mind is surrounded by negativity, reaction, and you invoke Mangala, auspiciousness. I used to invoke by remembering symbolically the master outside. Okay, master told me this, so, and then push, and then the pull inside. It happens, it can change. So, in a way, we are doing nothing. So, if we find the reverence and the humility inside, we find the mind keeps looking inside. It is not engaged in any other thought in spite of keeping the body in the state of stillness. That is outer format. Yes, in the beginning, you can have a candle or incense sticks or uh, conducive external environment. Everything is good. But gradually, we have to leave all that, not required for a higher level of a seeker. And it is required. Say your honey or your any member of the family is not receptive to this, then do every aspect externally. Lit a candle, burn the incense sticks, just sit down with the Namaste Mudra, let others see also. But your focus should be inside. If you dare to do that. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The specious behavior I just said by this verse, Guru, you remember ignorance to wisdom. Guru, creator. Guru, preserver. Guru, destroyer. Guru is the real self. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms. Place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How are you, Dennis?
Thank you. I'm good. I was contemplating on these three aspects of the guru, the creator, the servant, the destroyer. The destroyer is very clear. The guru is destroying the concepts in our mind, the world that the mind of the mind of a seeker has created, and that is full of ignorance. And when that world is destroyed, the real self reveals. But when it comes to the aspect of creator and preserver, not very clear as these characters, the traits that you mentioned, they are already present in us. They are the real self. So how can they be created?
But mind is ignorant, so we say to the mind, let us create peace and calm, and let us preserve it. So as we go deeper, what happens, the mind is not required because we already realize. So at present there is no realization. So that is why we use the word creator and the preserver. I have to preserve the peace even if I have an anger against you. You see that?
So it's a superficial preservation and creation.
It is a superficial reaction and anxiety. So to get rid of the superficial anxiety and reaction, we have to follow this superficial way. Yes, I could see that. That is also the same argument. By the same argument, we say it is better to live in superficial anger, anxiety, duality because real self is of the nature of peace and happiness. So why you live with those superficial anxiety and anger? So just change the mind. You are treating the mind like a child. Here is a plane. It flies. You can sit here. The child doesn't sit. Very,
I was just wanting to say that these superficial anger and negativity, it has to be destroyed. And the creation part is that we have to just superimpose this superficial peace over the anger.
You consciously think of emotions. I'm reacting against you, so I'm thinking, let me have peace with you. Mind is still working, and I still say that, let me have peace with you. So, am I not bringing that intensity of the anger and the reaction in my mind? Tell me. Conscious thinking with emotions. So you have to remove the word superficial. You have to remove the word superficial. Think. I'm not challenging, but I'm just telling you that how we change. How we change. So, how are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you, sir. Wow, lots of stuff there. Lots of great reflection and contemplation. The creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer is, to Dennis's point, I think really struck a chord with me, and I had a very, very freeing meditation. But I'm looking forward to going back and re-listening to that.
Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, the destroyer of all the propagated stuff that the external world imposes, and then the preservation and the creator. For me, I feel like that's our purpose.
Yeah, that is another way to say it.
To live consciously with what we already know is our true nature. But to see that when, my mind kind of went to that fight or flight if somebody's holding a gun to your head, clearly the true nature is still there, and it's also in the person holding the gun to your head. But the body, the heart rate goes up and the breath increases, and you know, so it's just an interesting way to go to an extreme look at preserving and
Dennis,
also creating.
Dennis, Jerry is answering your question.
Well, Dennis inspired that response.
You see, Jerry has already answered the question. And you have answered the question in our group session of Ukrainian. You have made a point regarding your honey. You see, that is how constant listening and learning and contemplation helps. In the mind beginning, mind begins with some reaction, and then it said, yes, that is possible, that is possible. Oh, that is how I did it. So masters have discovered that very deeper layers of our understanding. That is the beauty. How are you, Terry? If you speak, you can.
I'm good. All of your comments are so interesting. I had so many thoughts. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Anytime your body moves, you just close your eyes, move your mind within. Body, calm down.
I did feel, it's funny, I did feel a sense of anxiety, and I didn't know what from where.
Every time you fail, it is a good beginning. Calm down.
Okay.
Every time you fail, you are developing an endurance to move to the peace. How are you, Sam?
Thank you. I'll take that advice.
I'm good. Lesson was interesting. All the comments have been helpful to summarize, and peaceful meditation.
Yes, we have to do it. If we want, if our goal is awakening, then we have to follow it. Otherwise, everything is interesting. If our goal is the higher, then we have not to leave it. How are you, Ashok?
Sir, namaste.
Namaste, sir.
I am good and fine and peaceful, calm, and no question at all. Thank you.
Ab samjhe, now did you understand? Simply chanting Guru Brahma, it will not work.
Yes, I understood, sir.
In India, we simply chant mechanically. Oh, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, you know, as if I'm going to attack my Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. So how it will work? Because attitude inside did not change. But I am expecting a lot from the Guru. But that expectation is supported by the reaction in the anxiety, which opposes the Mangalacharan. And still I'm doing the same verse. So that is why the change does not come. Very good. Thank you very much. We will meet again.
Sir, आने का program बन रहा है क्या इस बार?
No.
Namaste.
Namaste.